Morning. Obviously the messages will be very delayed, but what can I do about that? And my leg.
This is Dr. Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left. I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I am able. I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I am able. If I'm right, we should be able to pick up the signal right across the valley. The event has left markers. We don't understand it yet, but we're going to keep working to try and understand it. You can use them to find what you're looking for. The answers, they're all here. The answers are in the light.
This is a special announcement by the Emergency Measures Committee. Due to exceptional circumstances, radio and television in this area has been brought under the control of the EMC as per the Crisis Preparedness and Action Bill of 1982. Keep your radio and television on at all times. Stay indoors and avoid contact with other people. Do not attempt to telephone outside your local area. Do not panic and remain civil and calm. Stay tuned to this station for updates.
Can you hear me? I'm going to assume you can hear me. Let me just check something. Can you hear me? Audio sharing. Microphone broadcast. Yes. Yes, you can hear me. Okay.
I'm trying to do my job. You two will be the only staff on site for this rotation. I'm just saying, if the main gate's power fails, then there's no way in or out of the observatory.
That's why there are backup generators. Jesus, why the hell are we even discussing this?
Just don't you come running to me if you get locked in.
If we get locked in, we won't be able to come running to you, will we? You let us worry about the clever stuff, and you can concentrate on sweeping up leaves and changing light bulbs. Happy? Now piss off.
So...
That was unnecessary. Just because you're angry with me doesn't mean you have to take it out on everyone else.
Kate, can we just talk about this?
Steven, I'm done. I just want to get out of this place, and tonight is our best chance of doing that. You prep the arrays, I'm heading up to Tower 6.
Kate. I love you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I know that. Come on, let's get started.
Should probably tell you that this is not something that can be finished in one run, because there's so much data to collect in this. So much story. This might be something that I'll have to space out. So, as much as we do love the English countryside, I will eventually have to stop and play something else.
From that we can assume that they really are serious about this whole quarantine thing. If Mrs. Boughton wandered off that way before they closed the road, I suspect we'll never find her. Not until this whole thing blows over.
Well, it's more than a little odd. I mean, this is Yorton, for goodness sake. There was no need for them to be so rude.
Well, if they are so concerned that they are willing to close off the roads, I suspect they would argue that there is every need. What is certain is that for the time being, none of us are going anywhere.
But he had a rifle, a soldier with a rifle, in Shropshire. The world's gone stark raving mad. I've a good mind to write to my MP.
You do that, Barb, and I'll personally deliver it for you, once this blockade is removed anyway. Come on, Bob. I can't spend all day chasing pensioners around the valley. The surgery won't open itself. I need to grab some paracetamol when we get back as well. Cracking headache all of a sudden.
I'll tell you what, I'll put about an hour or 2 hours into this. Could you start a stopwatch or something? We'll do about an hour. Let's make it let's make it 2 hours. Let's put 2 hours into this. See where we get to. Because as I said yesterday, I've never finished this. I didn't reach the end when I went on my original file. And now that file is gone because we've started this one. I knew where I got to though. I knew exactly where I got to. And meh, it's not important. What's important is helping you stay calm and get comfy. I can hear another phone. Oh, of course it's the phone booth. I'm an idiot today. I'm Captain Idiot. Nice to meet you.
Who's that? Hello? Kate, if you can hear this, you need to shut down the optical array. It's using the observatory as a conduit to reach us, and it started spreading its range beyond the valley. Kate, we can't afford to let it do that. It's getting stronger. I'm going to call Clive back, and I'm going to force him to order the strike. I just don't see what other choice we have. God knows
Hello,
if
can you
it'll
hear
work.
me? We need help.
Who are you?
Jesus, get off the phone! Get off the phone! It's to the phone!
Take the phone.
Okay, I will wait here at the phone booth until you started it. We will start the 2 hours from right now. So let me know when you've started that and I'll move again. Okay. I'll just start moving now then. Now, I think the reason why the connection is so bad, like, why that message came up just now, is somewhere in the house someone's watching Sky, which, as I've told you before, is our version of satellite.
On yourself. We've all had rejections.
You haven't.
Oh, come on. We'll look at the figures, tighten up the data, and resubmit. Your core idea is sound. You just got the number slightly wrong.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. I think you are a brilliant man, Dr. Appleton. Listen. I'm here, right? We're together. You and me. The alignment event tomorrow. It's yours, okay? You saw the opportunity, you ran the numbers. Even if they can't see it, I'm proud of you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Steven. Look on the bright side. Around here, you're a hero. Prodigal son returns, right? I'm surprised they haven't erected a statue in your honor yet.
Oh, you can laugh all you want. But I'll bet the parish council have a subcommittee working on that right now.
That shouldn't be like that. There should only be 1/6 on that. Made for adults. Can I open this? Oh, I can open this. Is there anything worth doing back here?
Extraordinary. The whole thing reminds me of high school. Seeing Mars for the first time. That same rush of excitement. My hands are shaking. Keep looking, but it makes no sense. The area we picked the pattern up from can no longer be located on the scope. That's just not possible. You can
I don't know. I don't time these things. The location that I got to was a sort of a holiday camp. There was a beach as well. I had to walk along the beach to get to the next half of the holiday camp because obviously, as you've seen, not everything can be opened. Yeah.
You know, they see me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
You know, I understand it's difficult. That's all I'm saying. Your lot up at Valis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community. Be involved. Be seen as part of it, one of them.
Good morning, Father. Lovely day. Oh, hello. Mrs. Appleton, isn't it?
It's Dr. Collins.
Lady scientist. Whatever next?
Good morning, Barbara.
Father Wheeler.
You really think that's a community that will ever see me as one of them? I can live with them staring at me, if they just stay out of my way. The magnetic field is causing disruptions to phone signals and the rest of the electrics. There are voices on the line. It's 4 a.m. Maybe everyone is up looking at the light show.
I don't know. Not much I can do. There's no point in living in a world that can't be shared.
You have to make a decision, Lizzie. Especially now.
I do love him, Father. I love them both.
He's married. There are other people involved in this.
Oh, I hardly think that anyone's in a position to claim the moral high ground, do you?
Well, I take your point about Stephen and Robert, but I think Kate might see the
Do you? I mean, she's not screwing anyone else, pardon my French, but she spends all day and night locked up in that observatory. Stephen says they barely see each other.
I thought you might. That's why I made this suggestion to you. Give me a moment. My feet have gone dead. I hate being in an office. I used to have so much comfort. Now I'm stuck in a fucking office. I won't be able to read your messages for a moment. But do keep piling them on. I'll read them once I can put my foot back up.
Visual and auditory distortions are becoming more frequent, along with mild convulsions to the left side, all of which support a preliminary diagnosis of intracranial hypertension, occurring as a result of a substantial and rapidly expanding tumor, originating, I believe, within the hypothalamus. Cognitive functions are currently unimpaired, aside from this crippling headache. Hemorrhaging is becoming more frequent, with darker clots passing through the nasal passages primarily. I believe I am dying. This is certainly not flu or anything else I have ever encountered. And certainly a tumor cannot expand this rapidly. In the blood clots, I see tiny flecks of what looks almost like, if I had to try and find a description, liquid light. I cannot explain this phenomenon. Visual.
Huh. That's interesting. My controller changes colour whenever I start the phone calls. Currently blue,
Visual
now
and
a ready
auditory
pink. Huh. I didn't notice that before. It's a nice feature.
Dr. Wade, here you are. There's a queue of patients a mile long out there.
Just send them to the village hall with the others, please, Bob.
Doctor, people are scared. Mrs. Gables just called me and said her husband's vanished. She was very frightened. She said there was blood coming up from his ears and his
What
nose.
the hell do you want me to do? Until they lift the quarantine, we're not going anywhere. On the radio.
Dr. Phil, please, you have a duty to your patient. Your nose.
Never heard of it. There's a reason why I'm going up to the doors. Some houses you can get in. Obviously not the ones with the signs on them. Anything that's got that I was over here. Haverton Waters. That's where I finished the game last time. I stopped playing over there.
Is everything all right?
Get out of my way.
Where's Kate?
Where do you think she is?
Stephen, what's going on?
Screw Kate. It's all her fault anyway.
What's that mark on your face? Stephen! Stephen! Hello? Hello? Oh, Amanda, I thought you'd left town.
We tried. We did try. But they've closed all the roads and you can't get through. And then Georgie and Ben said they had headaches. And then they started bleeding. It was horrible. They were so scared. So Neil turned the car around and we saw the house was open, and I know we shouldn't have, but we just came in to clean up the kids, and then Neil and I started bleeding as well, and it's all over my blouse. Everyone was so tired.
It's all right, Amanda. Everything will be all right. Just try and calm down and tell me where Neil and the children are.
They're upstairs. They were tired, and Neil said they could take a nap in the bed, and we thought Barbara wouldn't mind as they're only children, and I was so tired, so Neil took them up. He took them upstairs to tuck them in.
And?
That was 6 hours ago. He never came back down. Just be too frightened to go and look.
Why don't we go and look together? I can hold your hand if you like.
Yeah. I think I could manage that, yes. Will you please help me?
Of course I'll help you. Neil? Neil, are you there?
Yes, this is creepy stuff.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's travelling down the wires.
Yeah, come on, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
Now get off.
No, Sam, stop it.
You weedy little shit.
It's
Give me the
mine.
can. Give me the
Stop
can.
it. I need it.
Grow up!
Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
I'm not really into gardens much. I'm not a nature fan.
What about the station?
That's shut down too. So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and has seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. Have you started?
Yes, but to be honest, there's not really that much to discuss. This quarantine is in place. There's roadblocks and everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them, too, not just a couple of old biddies. No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Poor man. Hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort this mess out, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time being.
Good.
I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me with that?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Yeah. That's the problem I had on my original playthrough. Because there's so much to collect, I ended up not collecting them in order. So I just thought, screw it, and I carried on, because by the time I realised I didn't have everything in order, I was already at the holiday camp by the water. So I didn't have much choice. But then things got difficult. People were asking me to play other games. People were asking me to join them on battles and everything. I didn't have enough space, so I deleted this, so on and so forth.
It doesn't even reach the back fence, silly little bugger.
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but garden design is a little beyond.
Might I have a word?
Mrs. Boyles, of course. And will you excuse us, please?
See you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Good grief. I mean, those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you. If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy! Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her. Go and support Frank.
I don't apologise, darling. It's totally fine.
He
good
sees.
To type. You don't have to type anything. Just enjoy the journey.
You
I don't
man
mind.
of the cloth.
If you have an issue with
bring shame on this
I don't mind
parish.
carrying you like this. You can just sit there and watch this.
You write to the bishop of the diocese.
I mean, to be honest, you might fall asleep again. But you know. Gee, thanks for interrupting, ball of light. If you enjoy this kind of walking, calm, somber kind of, I do have other walking games. Wait, do I? Yes. What do you want? No, I couldn't go in the shop. Okay, that's not doing anything. It's not even following me anymore. It's stupid. Yeah, because that's not weird. That's not weird at all. Strange. Unmarked graves. I mean, obviously they're not marked to protect the actual people that are sleeping there, like dead there. Because obviously this is a real place. This is an actual place in England. It's not just made up or anything. This is an actual place. So it doesn't surprise me that they, you know, to protect identity and everything. I respect that, you know. The fuck was that? Oh, it's gone all the way down there. Whose phone's going off now? I heard a phone again. I like nature, as you know. Yes, I do know. I know about your love for nature. I see you becoming one of them mad forest people that become one with deers, and you've never been able to talk to them and understand them. I thought I covered this house. How did I not cover this house? Oh god. Oh, there it is. Okay, I wonder where it's coming from.
Electrical failures all over Tower 6. The light is flowing like liquid. Its sense of purpose is overwhelming. There's something in... Stephen? Stephen, is that you?
I am not answering that. It's not my business. Ow, that hurt. Why can I not? Am I not a human then? Oh god, what a fucking twist that would be. It turns out that I'm not human after all this time. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. You kind of have to question it though, don't you? Yeah, you kind of have to question it though, don't you? Because I've noticed in most games there aren't mirrors, and even the games that have mirrors, you can't see yourself. Someone relax and sip into tea. Yeah. I'd probably sit with you, but how the fuck do you get up? Oh, okay, that's how you get up it.
I've been recording the pattern for 3 hours, and so far have accumulated over 3 megabytes of binary data. The pattern does not, at this point, seem to be part of any recognizably closed loop, but there remains symmetry, despite the conflicts.
Well, I know what that is. So this family must have had horses.
Meg? Meg, are you here?
Here. I'm in the lounge.
There are too many empty houses tonight. Most of the village is gone now.
My head's killing me. Have you listened to the phones?
No, I thought they were all dead.
There's a strange kind of static now. I think I heard numbers in it. It sounded like the American woman.
Kate? She's still alive. No one's seen her.
Is Charlie back?
Not yet, no. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Father. Listen, you go on ahead. I'll just rest here a little longer.
Sleep well.
You're welcome. Anything for you. I thought you could do with a walk through the country and everything. Cheer you up a bit. And I'm sorry about the brightness levels. I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, no, yes there is. Oh dear, that's way too bright now. Oh dear. Is that better? I can't quite tell. You're more than welcome to go back to sleep if you want. Because this is a this game saves by itself, so anything that happens can be continued when you want it to be continued. Oh. Okay, would have been nice to go out, you know, see the horse. Well, the carcass of the horse. I suppose there's only so much you can do with regards to games set in real locations, because you have to ask for so many permissions. I guess they just either didn't have enough money left, or they didn't have enough time left, you know? Maybe that's why the graves are unmarked. It makes sense if you think about it. What's down there? I forgot what that was. Did I go down there? I can't remember.
If you could just have a word with them, perhaps. They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, For wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
That's lovely. Well done. Oh yeah, the reason why I kept stopping, like moving during Gone Home, I could hear whispers, like actual legit whispers. Obviously in the game, but I heard whispers. That I've not heard before. I've played that game 5 times. That was my 5th playthrough, and it's never been whispering, ever.
It wasn't just some distortion of physics. I may not understand it yet, but it wasn't an accident. All of the clocks, what happened at Tower 6, it's just not random. There's an effort. An attempt to communicate.
Right. Pee break, and then I'm back. Pause the clock. And I'm back.
It wasn't just...
Meg, come and have a look at this.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's up?
It looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do him.
Sam, it's fine. We better get moving before the weather turns. You come in. We'll swing by the camp and get Rachel on the way back.
saw you from the main road. Not many people are moving around now.
I was looking for Dr. Wade.
Listen, Frank. I don't know what's happened, but your Stephen seems to think he's responsible.
I reckon he is.
He said, Kate's still up at the observatory, but the gates are locked. Frank, there's going to be a rescue soon, I'm sure of it. They'll send planes or something.
Well, they'll send planes, all right. This pattern of his, we're in the center of it. Which means if they intend to stop it, we're right in the firing line.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I might jump back into Gone Home and really. I might jump back in, put the commentary on, and just run through the commentary. Maybe I'll, you know, maybe there's something about it in the commentary. Never know. Might be something. Something that I missed.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you out there, you bastard? You got them all? You got them all? Oh, Jesus Christ. Help me, oh Lord. Give me strength. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone still there? Oh. You are still here then. I should have expected that. Come on then. Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to. Their line has gone out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh God.
and dogs. You got me. Okay. Get cozy and comfy. Okay, so we're now starting chapter 2. Do you want me to continue, or should I push on till it saves and then do something else? Because you said it's been an hour.
You do look ever so drawn this morning.
That bloody dog kept me awake. And there was that thing in the sky. The radio says it was an electrical storm, but I don't know what it was. This morning, I found some dead birds in the garden.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it might have had something to do with the atmospheric conditions.
Why, Stephen will probably know. I'll give him a call in a bit.
Wendy, I've popped around because we've had some incidents with some of the more elderly residents. Mrs. Bout has, well, vanished, for want of a better word. Wandered off somewhere, no doubt. I thought I'd best check and see you're all right.
The council are talking about a flu epidemic.
Yes, well, I'm not sure it's flu as such. But no headaches, nosebleeds, no joint pains or digestive issues.
Dr. Wade, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Go and find some real sick people to look after. And if you see that son of mine, tell him that his mother's looking for him.
Cool. Okay, so it's just saved. I will push on until I get your next message.
away, Amanda?
Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning. I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that father, Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
Seems very quiet in the village, actually,
So do
Wendy.
I.
Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, Father, I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that we've had some vandalism in the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie gone. And these thugs and yobs running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
He had a good life, Wendy.
He had a short life. I look to my birds, Father. Lives lived unencumbered, free and simple. That's as God meant things to be.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984. I don't understand what that means.
Yes, they did. Terrible waste.
Appleton substation before we cut the lines. The interchange there just started dialing numbers at random.
And the symptoms you're seeing match those we've been tracking here?
Sickness, headaches, nosebleeds, eventual hemorrhage, then just light, whatever the hell that means.
Then we've got to stop it before it finds another way out of the valley. Clive, you've got to order a strike.
What?
An airstrike. We have to kill it.
No. I don't agree. We've quarantined the valley, we've cut the lines, it's contained.
What if you're wrong? Are you happy to have that on your conscience?
Stephen, I said it's contained. Hello, Frank Appleton.
Breaker Lost Cowboy, this is Travelling Sherlock. You copy, over.
You daft bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone.
You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you.
It is serious. It's not larking about.
You be listening to your number stations again, Frankie.
It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint.
I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think.
I'll not argue with that.
Frank, have you seen the sky? It's amazing. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I didn't realize we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
don't know. I don't actually know when it's based. Sorry.
Terry called this morning. Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Stephen. He always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car. It's probably rabies.
I don't know if you'll agree with me, but shouldn't I have a map? Instead of having to go to those maps that are already there and everything. I should have one, shouldn't I? I mean, it's logical, isn't it? Then again, when our game's logical. See, they could have made it more realistic, and by realistic I mean that the plants and flowers move when I walk through them. That's what I mean.
Harvey! Harvey, come on, boy.
Come on, Harvey.
Come on, Harvey.
Come on, boy.
Bobby!
Bobby!
Woof.
Push it. Push the bloody thing.
You push it. I told you it would get stuck.
Should have just taken the car. This was a stupid idea.
Moving here was a stupid idea. And I told you, Barbara said they've blocked the roads.
Oh, well, Barbara says.
You go and look then.
Wait, is that Harvey? Harvey? Harvey!
Harvey! Here, boy! Come here, boy!
Woof.
Wendy, I'm married. You have to stop this.
He's still sweet on you, Elizabeth.
He left. It's too late.
You loved each other long before she came along. It's just about making things as they should be.
Wendy, no.
It's not like you won't bump into each other anyway. One drink, what can that hurt?
One drink, maybe.
Oh, one drink, wonderful.
Phone call from Stephen. He wants to shut down the receiver. Something about instances across the valley. There's intermittent electrostatic discharges radiating out of Tower 6. All of the electrics on the main gate are blown. I'll find time to take a look once the data stream begins to calm down here.
Should we go down?
Just leave it. We've got to keep moving.
Sean, we can't just leave him. He must be really badly hurt.
Jesus, Diana, we've got the kid in the car. We should just keep driving.
We can't just drive off and... Look, he's there. He's in the car. Oh, he's hurt. We've got to get down there.
I said, leave him. We've got to get out of the valley while we can.
Oh, my God, he's trying to undo his seatbelt.
Here we are. He's fine then. Come on, love. Come on. Come on.
I'm glad I could bring you along for this. I think this game may turn out to be a three-parter, so we may have to do 3 streams on this, because we're about 2 hours in now and we're still nowhere to the core. It's such a long game. I don't even think I was anywhere near the core when I started.
Grief, Wendy, you'll catch your death.
They're all dead, Father. All of my birds.
Here. Take my jacket.
I tried to be a good woman. A Christian woman. But I've been proud.
Just as the Lord forgave you, so also should you. What matters is we try our best. God sees that. Come back to the village with me.
I'm not so far from Stevens now. I need to find my son. It's what Eddie would have done.
Yes. I suppose it is. I'll say a prayer for you.
Thank you, Father. She loved you, you know, Mary. You helped her. I'm sorry if I judged you harshly.
It doesn't matter now. It's late. You should find a place to sleep. I'm sure when the sun comes up, everything will seem better.
Huh. Okay. Thank you.
Fancy seeing you here. Oh. Is everything all right, my dear?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's just... Robert.
That man doesn't deserve you. I know everybody thinks I'm
understandable.
just a miser
Makes sense
and old
now.
busybody, but someone has to say
I mean, it doesn't look like the
We
80s.
both know
but,
that this
you know,
marriage, it's not how things are supposed
then
to
again,
be.
certain parts
Are
of the
you
80s
talking
didn't look like the
about
80s
me
at
and
all.
Robert? Or is this really about Stephen and Kate?
I suppose it is. I have to accept it. I know, but she doesn't belong here. You see that, don't you? There's a place for people, and this isn't hers.
Oh.
But I'm not talking about the colour of her skin. Don't look at me like that. What they do up there, it's not natural. There are some things we're not supposed to understand. I don't like her. And I don't like how Stephen is around her. He was a better man when he was with you.
Well, that's it for now. We'll continue this whenever.